Going on, Jerome's Minnesota Vikings look to right the ship this season, taking on the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday Night Football. Waiting all day for Sunday night. Jumping Joe Flacco and his old ass. Oh, yeah, I forgot that Flacco and Kevin O'Connell were in the same draft class, 2008. It's funny, man. But O'Connell, so he's got the pencil in the hat, trying to look like, I don't know, Matt Patricia, who was trying to look like Bill Belichick. So, I don't know, maybe Kevin O'Connell just cribbing this from the Patriots. Do your job. I don't know. But he fed the local media jackal, said some stuff and some things, so let's get it on. First up, no Blake Cashman versus the Colts. He says that Cashman is very close, but tried out the toe on the side fields. It just wasn't where it needed to be, and ideally Cashman will get a full week of practice in before he returns to the field. So hopefully next week against the Jaguars, because it'd be really important to have him back. Nose tackle Taimani is also out. Ankle got rolled up during practice, which likely means Levi Drake Rodriguez. Now, 7th round pick, not getting the time of day. Healthy scratch throughout his NFL career so far, but getting in there, getting some reps, maybe getting some quick interior pressure. Would certainly love that. Cornerback Caleb Evans also questionable with a hip. And what's more exciting is no injury designation for TJ Hawkinson. So he will be 100%, as Kevin O'Connell announced earlier in the weekend. He's going to have a full go and his full complement of work, which would be great. Also, new left tackle Cam Robinson, really impressive start. And O'Connell, got to know Robinson as much as you can over 2 practices, but really smart. A lot of starts in the National Football League, as well as high quality play wherever he's gone. And O'Connell has talked about, like, left tackle. I mean, the verbiage and chemistry is different, but at the end of the day, it's you against the edge rusher. And that's what Cam Robinson brings. And he says that they have a good offensive line plan in place, no elaboration. Guessing asked him to follow up, what's the plan? We have a good offensive line plan in place. Right. So my guess would be it's probably going to be Cam Robinson starting a left tackle, because you didn't make this trade just to have him sit. Now, Brandel Bradbury, I do think that Ed Ingram would start, but I think that Risner is going to be activated tomorrow, added to the 53. I think that he dresses Sunday night, and I think Ingram would have the quickest of hooks. And, of course, Brian O'Neill being the best right tackle in the game. Also, talked about how, the comeback against the Colts, that's a narrative that's going to be hammered to death on the Sunday Night Football broadcast. And it illustrates important lessons in football as well as in life. Like, no matter how you got to your spot, there's no 35-point play in the playbook. So what can you do on this play, on this drive, just playing good football and doing what you do? And that's exactly what the Vikings did. Right? They didn't piss and moan. They didn't complain. Just one play after another, after another, after another. KJ Osborne, our guy, was a major part of that catalyst sparking the comeback. It was great. Also, he was asked about Justin Jefferson's comments about a dialed-down offense, and the team is doing constant evaluation, especially on the offensive side of the ball, and letting players play. And I think that the constant shifting and long verbiage and the play clock draining down, I think that they're going to be cleaning up a lot of those offensive mistakes and sloppiness. Also, speaking of Risner, says the Risner is 100% healthy, under discussion right now with the coaches and medical staff, but I think that Risner is going to be activated. I think that he'll play on Sunday. Wouldn't shock me at all if he started. They're just like, screw it. Robinson, Brandel, Bradbury, Risner, and O'Neill, if you're truly committed to getting the best 5, because Ed Ingram has known that Risner's coming back at some point, and he hasn't really met the challenge, right? And I don't think that an extra quarter or half of football is going to change things. So there you go. I think Risner will be back in the fold sooner rather than later. Then talk about Ivan Pace Jr. wearing the green dot in place of Blake Cashman. Talk about how he's progressed and maturity and communication. All on point, on top of being just a madman playing like with his hair on fire. Also, team-wide focus on intentional action, where especially the last 2 games, the Vikings have had mistakes and they've cost them, both in the Lions game as well in the Rams game. But focus on what you can do to improve today, stack up good days, don't dwell on negatives, and keep on moving forward. All the cliches, but they're all 100% true. Right. And also, high praise for Sam Darnold. Talked about how it is his first year with the team, but working on those procedural issues, helping him shorten the play clock so they're not always bumping up against it, which is frustrating. It really is. And it does come down to the wordier play calling as well as getting people lined up and then the shifts and all the motion and stuff. But all that window dressing is great, and once you have a handle of the offense, you can certainly do that. But Darnold being in his first year, only a couple games into this season, new weapons, new chemistry all over the place, you have all the tools. Like, you have all the players, just line up and play ball. Right. And also clean up a lot of early down issues impacted by penalties, where instead of 1st and 10, you go to 1st and 15 or 1st and 20, and those are just drive killers. Right. Got to solve that problem. And also, O'Connell was reminiscing about how Flacco and him were in the same draft class, and Matt Ryan, Jumpin' Joe Flacco, all at the 2008 NFL Combine. And Flacco had a cannon coming out of Delaware State, man. Go Blue Hens, right? And Flacco had a couple go balls, and then Kevin O'Connell's like, I don't know. I don't know about me in this league, man. It's funny. But the Vikings have this golden opportunity to get right, and I think that they will. I know that it's been a tough couple games. It's been a tough stretch. The 10-day layoff certainly sucked. You second-guess everything, but I think that the Vikings get a dub, and offensively, they become a juggernaut again. With Hawkinson back, baby, and also Risner in the fold. Let's go. But that's it. Kevin O'Connell Friday presser. Listener, your thoughts, our thoughts, his thoughts. Comment section, you know what to do. Skol. Production value.